Microsoft Teams will act as our learning management system for this school year. So let's open it. You'll come down here to the universal search, that magnifying glass, and click on it, and then you'll type Teams. Notice that two Teams apps are shown. The one you want to use is the one that says Microsoft Teams Work or School. That's us. Ignore this other one. So let's open this. What I suggest is going ahead and pinning this to the taskbar. So come over and hover over the team in the taskbar, right click, and select Pin to Taskbar. So now it's pinned to the taskbar and it'll always be there. Now I'm looking at all of my teams. I click over here and see that Teams is highlighted, so that's how I know that I'm looking at Teams. I am a member of a team based on what I'm doing in the school. So for example, I'm a member of the Upper School Student Life team because I'm an upper school student. I also have 4 different classes and this Bucks at Sea because I attended this summer. I no longer need this one, so I'm going to hide it. If you click on the 3 dots and select Hide, it goes down here in these hidden teams. You can close that up and they're no longer anything you can see. I suggest doing that for your Bucks at Sea and any spring classes that you have showing. If you think you've lost a team, go look in Hidden, maybe you hid the wrong team. So let's look at Upper School Student Life. When I click in, I see all of the channels that has information. I have a channel about diversity awareness forums, Honor Council applications, and other information I will need throughout the year. Ms. Hutchinson also posts a daily bulletin here. Let's go back to all teams. I have 4 different classes that I'm taking. Let's look in one of my classes, specifically my science class. So I'll click on Science, and when I open it, it opens to the general channel. I can see assignments listed here. If I come up here to the top in the general channel, I can see posts. That's what we're looking at right now. And if I click on Files, I see this class materials folder. My teacher will place all kinds of important information in this class materials folder. So when I open it, I see all of the units. This is my resources location. Let's come over here to the left again, and let's click on Class Notebook. This is the class notebook my teacher set up for me. I won't want to use it here in Teams. It's kind of difficult to use. So in a moment, I'll show you how to take it from Teams and open it in the desktop app. If I come back over here, underneath Class Notebook, I have assignments. These are the assignments posted. Notice I have some in red. That means they're past due. Notice this Load Previous. When my assignment list gets very, very long, I will need to load previous assignments to kind of see everything that I've got to do. We come back over here, and let's look in the Unit 1 channel. In this class, my teacher will use the Unit 1 channel to post announcements. So I need to be aware of announcements that occur in the channel. At the very top of the channel, this teacher has tagged things we'll need to do. So a PhET simulation and also another lesson. Back looking at the posts, occasionally teachers will have meetings scheduled in the different channels. This was especially true when we were hybrid learning and remote learning, but there could be situations where the teacher does have meetings in the different channels. So let's go back to all my teams. So I'll click this back arrow and let's go to the history team. I've got the Americas 10,000 to 1,500, and I've got this 1 here. That means there's been an announcement in that channel. We have a guest speaker coming to class. Apparently it's long ago, but let's pretend it's this year. You may not have noticed, but when I clicked into this channel, the number disappeared here, and this number up here went down. This is your activity feed. It shows everything that's happened, all your announcements, all your assignments, everything all in one big list. I suggest looking at it once a day just to make sure you haven't missed anything, but it can get quite confusing. So if you're overwhelmed by it right now, just leave it alone. So let's look at my activity. I've got an assignment, assignment. Here it is. Here's the announcement. More assignments. I'm going to skip past them because there's a better way to look at assignments. And notice I no longer have a number there because I've glanced at my feed. So let's glance over here again at this left column and let's look at the chat. Your chat may not be at the very bottom, maybe it's under activity. And this is where I could have quick conversations with teachers. Beware, this is a conversation you're having with a teacher, so you want to be cordial. Note that some teachers prefer emails. You'll want to ask your teacher their preferred method of communication. So back over here on the left, let's look at the assignments. So we'll go up one. This is a list of all my assignments in all of my classes with their due date. Please notice there's also a load previous here. So if you have one teacher that puts in 5 or 6 assignments all at once, some of your other assignments may be hidden initially, so you'll want to load previous. Notice I've got past due. They're in red. If I'm not a list person, maybe I'm a calendar person. If you come over here to the calendar, and I can see I've got assignments. On the 18th, I've got 2 assignments there. I've got one here and one here. Most teachers post assignments due for 7:30 or 8 that day so that they are ready for that school day. So let's look at all the places your assignments will be. And it's the same assignments, just a couple different places. If we go back to Teams, history just opened up, so we'll pick that. Here's my assignments in history. I've got 2 assignments due in history. If I come over to assignments, I can see that I've got 2 assignments in history, I've got something going on in science, some things going on in English, and I can also look at it in my calendar view. So it looks like this. While we're on the calendar, it is important to understand that this is also your Outlook calendar. So you can schedule doctor's appointments, appointments with teachers, and they will show up on this calendar as well. If your parents schedule a doctor's appointment for you, have them send you a meeting request to your Country Day email address, and it will show up on your calendar. This way you can see if you've got conflicts. I don't have it on mine, but you may have it on yours, an icon that says Files. Those are your OneDrive files. So if you click in there, you should be able to see any file folders you created. So to recap, we all have a team for each of our classes and a few extras for things that happen around the school. Teachers will make assignments within the team, and those assignments will post inside the team, to your calendar, and to your assignments. They'll also show up in your activity feed.